Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Mark Thomas, host of the Just North of Hell podcast, and today I have a special announcement of the 4 podcasts of the apocalypse. Now, it's been a while since we've done any podcasts on Just North of Hell. Reason being, we've just been busy with life, all that good stuff that, everyone goes through. But we decided we're going to do, me, co-host, and a couple of the people who've been on the podcast, we decided we're going to do a last 4 episodes of the podcast, calling it the 4 podcasts of the apocalypse, named after the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, because due to certain circumstances in our time. So the reason why we're doing these final 4 episodes of the Just North of Hell podcast and call it the 4 podcasts of the apocalypse is because we simply just kind of feel that we have unfinished business. I kind of was reminiscing on the good old days when we had a lot of consistency doing the podcast. I just thought, well, it'd be kind of fun to get back into it. And after some very important consulting, we decided let's kind of do this again. We have unfinished business. And also, it kind of puts a nice bow on the whole podcast because I felt like I didn't want to leave the podcast just like we ghosted the whole thing. So we could put a proper ending to this thing and kind of leave us with this feeling of satisfaction. Also maybe leave some important messages to humanity before we leave.
Yeah.
So episode 42 of the Just North of Hell podcast, and kick off the first episode of the 4 episodes of the podcast of the apocalypse will air on Thanksgiving. So watch out for that. So if there's something new you got to be thankful for, be thankful for the Just North of Hell podcast. So mark your calendars for November 23rd, and we'll see you on the Just North of Hell podcast. See y'all then.